one, fight!
All right, guys. What's going on? Crypto Poppy here. Welcome back to the channel. Very exciting times. It's 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we have the RooCrew crew with us. And we're going to get to talk to the team themselves, the founders and the artists, and understand what all went into this project that is going live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So, welcome, boys. NFT God, everybody knows NFT God. He's been on quite a few times. And Mr. Patrick Joseph, the artist of the RooCrew. What's going on, my man? Introduce yourself.
I'm Patrick. I got together with Jason. He was talking about doing this, and then we came. A lot of people decided on doing kangaroos, and so I kind of put pencil to paper and made them come alive.
Nice. Right. So I know you and obviously NFT God go way back. And by the way, guys, we've, as I said on Twitter, we're gonna have how many? 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5 unraced, unnamed Z horses. We'll figure out how we're gonna actually give them away. We're excited for that. And Patrick, how did, or NFT God, actually, I don't know who came up with the idea, but how did the idea of kangaroos come about?
Kangaroos came probably the third swipe we had at it. We were thinking of what we wanted to do. We wanted to do dogs because nobody had a dog at that time. This is way back in July when before everybody has like 10 projects a day. And we just kept bouncing around different ideas. We had aliens, we had a few things, and then
I went through and made a bunch of aliens.
Yeah, he did. And then we were talking about a Squatchland one day, and a couple of weeks went by, and nobody really picked up the mantle. I'm like, hey, wait! I asked Wade's and Dingaling and Cole. I'm like, hey, do you guys care if I do these kangaroos? Like, go ahead, man. So, because we were talking about a Squatchland for a while there, and here we are, kangaroos, man.
So, I got a question. Why was it important for you to do a project in the first place? Because clearly you're trying to find, right, what kind of makes sense in the space. So you're doing your research. Why did you want to do an NFT project?
I'll answer this one. I want to do an NFT project only because he's a new artist to the field, to the whole NFT arena. And I see a lot of these artists that come out, and this guy probably has like 5,000 one-of-ones of his own. But I felt it would be better for him to come out and introduce his art in a way that he could spread out to more people at once and get his name out there versus trying to sell it, trying to shill it one for one over and over again on one of these sites. I don't know. I just thought that was the best strategy at the time. And maybe it's not now because the landscape all changed now with art blocks and everything. But at the time it was, and I still think it's people will love the art. I think this stuff has really, really, really great art, and a lot of them still have not been seen yet. There's only probably 500 that's been minted, and just wait till you see some of these sick ones, man. There's some really, really, cool one-of-ones that he made, and just some others that we purposely made extremely rare. So that's going to show off his art, and his art will come along next stage, which will basically be if you own a kangaroo, you'll be able to enter the special channels and rooms, and we'll have auctions and giveaways for it.
Nice. So, you told me that really early on when you told me that you were doing a project that really resonated with me. And that is that, there are way too many artists in the real world who, struggle, right? To tap into an investor market. It's extremely difficult, right? To create art and sell it and ship it, and logistically it can be quite a bit of a challenge. And you're usually, unless it's kind of like Hollywood, like there's the actors that make it to the movies, and unless you're at that status when it comes to art, then you're really only tapping into your local market. So I know you've been big on Patrick, and you know him, and you've been really big on his art. And I know that you're doing this as a big part of helping him transition from sort of the
Yes.
I don't know, I call it analog art. I don't think that's actually a name, but
Yeah.
transforming from analog to digital art. So, Patrick, having said that, man, this is the first time you and I are meeting. I've heard a ton from NFT God. I would love to know a lot more about you, the artist. By the way, guys, isn't it, first of all, like, how many projects do you actually have where the artist is sitting here on camera with his first and last name, by the way? And, like, that in itself is almost game changing for what we see, right?
While he's talking,
behind me.
let me go find this magazine I have of him. You'll love this. I'll be right back. He can talk.
All right, Patrick, tell us, man. Who are you? Patrick, the artist. Where do you come from? Give us all your background.
I have quite a bit of a background of. I did graphic design in college, but I also double majored and did like a painting and drawing, a 2-dimensional degree, which I actually had a petition to the chairman of the department to get that degree put into Central Michigan, so I could double major, have all the fine art drawing and then all the graphic design, and then I went to get my master's and did 3D computer animation. Graduated there. So I kind of had a trifecta of everything. Graduated there, then I went and I got lucky. I was a visual artist for Banana Republic at the time, and then I got lucky to become a college professor at 24. So that was pretty rough. But after I did that, I was working at the college, and in the back of my head is those who can't do teach, and I'm teaching right off after college. I'm like, you know what? I got to prove my worth. So I applied to Fox Television. They saw my stuff, loved me, hired me, and I became the art director for Fox. And then ABC stole me away, and I worked for them. But I've worked on all the news companies in all of West Palm Beach in Florida. Most recently, I was a creative director for an advertising company, and we film like the FAU Boca Raton Bowl every year. So I do all the filming, the editing, the videos, and I did a lot of national commercials for a lot of automotive dealers, a lot of car commercials, a lot of advertising, and then just from that, I always do the painting, I do the drawing, I had to have art shows everywhere. You name it, my hands are in it. I had a poetry book published not too long ago. I do everything. And then Jason kind of was connecting with me, and I'm like, I can't do enough. The more I can get out there, the more I can do, and that's why I'm on here, and that's why my name's. I have no problem showing who I am, because I'm a real genuine artist.
I have to say one thing. He's like the only friends of mine that I talked to NFTs, and he didn't just say, I don't like this. Like everybody in real life, they hate NFTs unless they're in NFTs, and they love them. So let me show you this real quick. I still have this. It's from
that's about 2010, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty old. Yep, summer 2010, man. He was on the cover of some charity magazine for art charity.
Yeah, that was cool. That was
and
really
your old cat. That cat got lost under my chair for like a week.
So it sounds like you've got actually, I didn't know this about you. You've got pretty vast experience in terms of businesses that you've worked with.
Colleges teaching music production. I taught audio, animation, 3D, graphic design, painting, drawing, sculpture, storyboarding, history. You name it, I've taught it. No, actually, 4 colleges I've taught at. One I wrote the script for, but yes.
And graduate, right? Graduate school. You were teaching graduate students, I thought.
Yeah, I taught graduate students when I was 25.
That's awesome, man. That's sick. And what courses you teaching? You were teaching graphic design, and what else?
For that, I was focusing mostly on 3D animation and then some graphic design for
So those are both perfect things.
I think a thesis course too.
So what do you got? What do you got behind you there? That's a piece of art that you made yourself?
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, that's a painting. Let's see which one. This one, I kind of want to rework it, but I have one that's just like this that I made. It was a king. It was the first inspiration for it. and it sold for $3,000. But that was about 10 years ago when that magazine was published or whatever. This other one's like one of early graphic design stuff. Actually, I have my own version of style, but I invented my own style. I'm actually wearing the shirt. It's a Nothing Art shirt. I wore these when I had my own art show not too long ago in Lake Worth. Had a huge art show and had all my paintings showing up there, whatever. So I got together with a former student of mine who had his own business for doing shirt screening. And I was like, hey, can I do this? And I'm like, this design, it's so intricate. Can you do it? Because no one else could do it. And so I have a lot of that design or whatever into it.
Nice. So is that how do you describe yourself as an artist? Like, what genre would you describe you're in?
I literally do everything. I can do complete 100% abstract. Like I said, my own style of nothing art, which is a very
show them that stuff. Nothing's art.
Did you say your own style of nothing art?
It is. It's what it's called.
Wow.
Here, I got my laptop.
That's intriguing. That's almost like blue.
Here, I'll show you. I'm on a laptop. I can. Here, I'll show you something that you'll like a lot. This is a painting that I made. It's 8 feet tall by 6 feet wide.
Yeah, I helped you carry that thing around in college.
Yep.
And that's what you call nothing art?
Yeah, that's one of the styles. And then this is another one.
Oh, you added color to that one.
I feel like nothing art is like the best title for an NFT project ever.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I would love to do that. Not to get too much on the style, but nothing art, it stands for metaphysical eye on the perpetual naked truth. Nothing art's a lot easier to say. Here's another one, like a colored one.
Oh, I like the colors.
But it's that same, like I have two different processes for doing it or whatever. Kitty cat.
I mean, it kind of draws a lot of similarities to art blocks, doesn't it?
I mean, for me,
I think it does.
Realistic. As long as I'm behind the project or I'm happy or it's cool, I have no problems doing anything brand new because the only way to be good at what you're doing.
Sorry. That was me. All right.
The only way to be good at your job is to learn everything.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I also noticed on your website that you're doing some photography as well. Is that right?
Yep, photography, video editing, all that. Oh yeah, everything.
Have you
even a certified aerial drone pilot because I did that for all the car companies.
Nice. Have you thought about minting some of your photography work?
Oh yeah. That's next. I mean, just this. I'm letting this project be the precursor to getting into everything.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So for those that don't know, guys, I personally know that NFT God and Patrick have been at this for what, at least 3 months, right?
3 months, yes.
3 months.
I feel like 3 years.
It does.
Like for those of you that think that putting together a project can be done overnight, and sure, I have no doubt that I have minted something that literally took a week, to get done, and just the right influencer pumped it and up it went. But I personally know that this team is working really, really hard, sleepless nights to get this project.
There's times I'm like, I wonder if Jason's asleep, and it's 2 a.m, and he texts me, "Hey, this file." I'm like, "Yeah, I got it." Then 3 a.m, 4 a.m, 7 a.m, we're going back and forth. I'm like, did one of us forget to sleep?
Always. It happens so many times. Yeah, I just never slept, man, because I'm always I just want to speed this thing along as much as I could. So I would be up all hours of the night because the dev guy that was doing all my my Python / stuff, he was a night guy. He was always up at night. So I just stay up all night waiting for him to have time. And then when he had time, I would be like, all right, let's do stuff. And I'd jump in there and do stuff with him. And then this guy would. Yeah, I'm sorry. people are into this Discord. You guys could keep talking for a minute. I have to answer these guys' questions real quick.
So let's talk about the project. Let's actually break down what is one of the most important things that people look at when they're making a decision of buying a project. I think many have already seen the art. The art examples are displayed on the website. NFT God's been teasing the art as well, and of course, we haven't seen some of the art that is still undiscovered and unminted. Having said that, though, tell us a little bit about the roadmap and what you have planned for the project, midterm and long term.
1 second. Someone's telling me something. Minting. These people are asking me questions. Hold on. I have to answer them.
That's a good thing.
Well, they're asking. They're saying that you're if anybody's getting an error on the screen right now, it means that the pre-sale is sold out and the real sale starts in 13 minutes. So as I told you many times, when I first started this, I want to make I definitely want to make a fighting game. Like, I'm not gonna get into who I was talking about with before, but Pat was part of the group I was with, and there was some other people and some really, I guess, super wealthy investors, and they wanted to basically build a video game / World of Warcraft game, and that's our phase 3 and 4. I mean, that's gonna take some money and time to do, but right at the bat, I want this to be kind of like there's sports roos, there's sports kangaroos, and so we have. First off, I'll say I already have a DAO set up, and I already have a liquidity pool set up, and the community wallet will be through those two things, and the community wallet is going to give out. They're going to get exactly 10% of the profits, and so let's just say if this thing sells out and we have 20 ETH, it'll all work like a DAO would, where you have submit proposals and then you get so many votes based on how many tokens you own. The token will equal how many roos you have, and we go from there. I mean, it's whatever people want to propose in the thing. I'm not going to be a dictator about any of that, but I would like to give people back like some prizes here and there, raffles and stuff. I have raffles set up. We have a lot of airdrops set up, and he's already started working on some stuff. He started working on some Joeys, where basically if you own a kangaroo and it has a Joey in the pouch, you're going to get older versions of that Joey. You can go in and mint them for free, and you get multiple NFTs from that alone. We're going to have other ones where if you have one of the Bitcoins or the Dogecoin in the pouch, you'll be entered into raffles that will give you ETH. And not just like 0.003. It'll be a good amount of money. I don't want to say how much yet until we know what happens to the project. And I mean, we have a whole bunch.
So wait, what did you? So you said that if I mint a Joey,
if you have a kangaroo with a Joey in the pouch, yeah.
I have to have a kangaroo with a Joey in the pouch. Okay, and are the Joeys rare? Like, are they considered rare?
They are. I mean, there's more of them than other traits, but they're pretty rare. I would say no more than 10% of them have it.
Hold on. Let me artist it up here. I love having the Joeys in with the kangaroos. I think it's the coolest. I told Jason this. I was so adamant about it. That when you look at everyone's NFT stuff, nobody has anything like that, where they build a relationship with the character. With these characters, Jason and I had to look it up, and we found out, like, oh, wait a minute, the males don't have pouches. Shoot, what are we gonna do?
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
I wasn't aware of that either. I mean, maybe we should have been, but we weren't. But this is part of it, and this is what's great, is because you're helping everyone else learn about something too. But just having the characters, so it's like, you can have a little Joey in the pouch or in the fanny pack for the males or whatever, but then all of a sudden now that kangaroo has a little bit more life, a little bit more characteristic. They're not just like a dog smoking a cigarette, or they're just doing this or something. Ours are so crafted so nicely that ours it's like the mom that has the kid in her pouch, and she's holding popcorn, and she's wearing the jersey, and she has a #1 fan on. And she's there and she's enjoying watching the game, like or that's how I envision every character has their own characterization, but having that Joey and having that little extra added touch and a little extra added bonus or whatever to make it rare. What makes them rare is not all the Joeys have traits. Some of them have hats, some of them have glasses, and that gives them just a little bit much. Like the one Joey with the electric Terminator laser eye beam. That is freaking cool. Not a nice Joey kid, but it's cool.
Now I'm just checking my collection to see how many Joeys I got. I did not know this.
Do you have any Joeys or Bitcoin or any coins in the pouch?
I got some Joeys. Yep.
All right. Yeah, you want to save those because what we're gonna do is I showed it in the Discord. I don't have it on this computer, but he's already made a little piggy bank type thing that people are gonna get airdrop to them. And if you have this piggy bank, you're automatically entered into the ETH raffles.
I really loved the like the hot dogs in the pouch. I thought those were really cool as well. So that's a Joey, right? Is that what you're saying is a Joey?
Yes.
Joey.
Cool.
And
Yep.
Somebody sold a puppy dog. They sold a puppy dog for like 0.1 ETH or something. And I was like, no. There's only 6 of those in the whole collection.
Oh, dear God. So, yeah, those are...
Like, yeah, I absolutely love them. I crack up every time. I mean, the expressions on every kangaroo are completely 100% different. I think one base for one color, I think Jason and I figured out it's 70 to 90 different images. But the Joey, I just kept the expression the same, where they're kind of half smiling, half snarling. That way they always look like they're active. But some of the stuff and the traits that they have in, it's just, I think it's cute. I think it has an extra touch, and I think it shows as an artist and a developer with Jason that we really care. We really try and make this really cool.
Oh, man. I've been his hardest critic on this, man. This guy probably hates me. He probably hated me so much along this 2-month journey because I would always be like, nope, I don't like that. Or I'd be like, nope, I don't make that line thicker. I'd always be telling him like what I didn't like in his stuff, and I make him fix it like repeatedly. And he did. He kind of drug his feet a little bit, but he fixed them, man.
It's actually been a great relationship doing it because I've worked, I think, somewhere around 40 to 50 different companies in my lifetime, just doing basically the same stuff I do now. And normally you have a boss behind you. You have someone that's critiquing you or doing this or that. And they're always telling you they want to fix something or change something. And a lot of times it's based on their ideas or their values or their opinions, not versus aesthetics or what you're trying to do. Jason, he's got a law degree for mindset. He sees and thinks of things just in one way. And
yeah,
he makes a case for it. And we'll go back and forth. And we're old college roommates. We argue. We bitch at each other.
We did a lot back then, for sure.
Not now. We're all old and tired, and we don't care. But he would tell me he doesn't like something, or why did I do this, or whatever. But if it's something that I did and it's deliberate, it's something that I purposely.
Oh, there's still one thing I hate, but I let him keep. I let him keep one thing out of like 10.
And there's about 10 things he let me keep, but that's the thing. Him and I, to be able to create a beautiful project, it's one of the collaboration. 2 is to put away the egos. And there's times where there's something that bothered him. He said it, and it was bothering him. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to do it. I like the way it is. And then, I don't know, 2 days go by, and it just kept drilling in the back of my head. And I look at it, I'm like, damn, I have to change it. It just, now it bothers me. It doesn't look right. I have to make it look right. And that's how you get the best product, is not by saying, hey, do it my way or the highway. It's by saying, I really believe in this, and I think you should too. But Jason's so nice that he comes back and says, you believe in it this way? Okay, fine. Let's just move on.
I'll let you have a couple, but I did not let you have where the glasses are hanging out behind the head without an ear hanging on to. I don't like that. I think that's sloppy art.
That's your personal preference.
There have been projects that literally have tanked right off the bat just because of mistakes in the art, sloppiness in the art. I think people look at
Bored Apes has that. Bored Apes has the glasses without an ear. Like they did do it. But
I told you all cartoons. I watched every single cartoon, and they all have glasses where the goes back in here. But it bothered you so much that I'm like, you know what? I liked it, but once you put a hat on it or another trait goes over top of it and it sticks out, then it looks not right. So
yeah,
I agree. I agree.
It kind of it's there's a fine line, right, between sloppiness and
artistic.
Artistic, yeah, and that's a difficult line. And I'm not going to name. There's one project in particular that has never done well, and the critique right from the beginning was just things didn't look right when the art overlapped. So we've got 4 minutes, guys, until we go live with minting. And why don't we give a horse away? What do you think? Right before we go live, we've got 5 to give away. So let's give away one right now. And since we were talking about Joey's, the first person to put Joey in the comments 5 times gets this horse.
5 times.
Joey, 5 times. Smash the damn keyboard. Give me some Joey's 5 times. These are not difficult instructions.
You have to count that.
I want to see Joey 5 times. The first person that can follow instructions will get this Joey. Holy moly. Okay, this is going to be hard to track back. I think it's Crypto Zone, but have a second eyes there, NFT God, if you can. Just want to make sure I don't screw anybody over. But I'm pretty sure it's Crypto Zone.
What? Who
it is
first? Oh,
first one to hit it to smash it 5 times.
That's a crazy way to do that. Okay,
I know. I just thought about it. It's Crypto Zone. If I'm wrong, somebody can yell at me over on the in the comments. But
it's
I'm pretty
not
sure
strictly 3 sports. He had them. He was the first one. And he has 5 pretty early.
Double check for me.
I can't do that. That's too much stuff, man. That's a lot. Who you say Crypto Zone?
Yeah.
And this guy. So we have 1 1. Oh, 1 2 2 2.
It's Crypto Zone. Yeah.
Wait. 3 3.
We're not gonna do this way again.
3 3. Now you have 4 4. Oh, he did get him. Oh man, he got him. Yeah, Crypto Zone has 5, but he got like with microseconds before strictly, man.
Hey, Jake. I totally would have taken 5 in the same line, and nobody did it.
Yeah, no crap.
I thought somebody was gonna do that.
Oh man.
All right, so you're gonna get the first horse, Crypto Zone. Please make sure. Maybe the easiest way is to DM NFT God if you have him on Twitter.
Oh yeah, type that in there. It's Top Shot Fanatic on Twitter.
For all the winners of tonight, Top Shot Fanatic. That's who you want to DM tonight. And how do we verify that Crypto Zone is the person that DMs you? Man, I just fell for a scam. Hey, by the way, hold on. It's 8 p.m. Eastern, guys. We are live. Are we live, NFT God?
Yep, let me do it right now.
Well, I'm going to test it. Let's see.
Oh, I didn't do it yet. I have to go to that page. It takes a minute. I have to pay gas. You have to pay gas for everything.
You setting the contract up?
I'm clicking it right now. Let's see.
It's because I'm still, relatively new to that.
It's pending. Let's see.
Explain the gas.
Poppy can explain it.
I couldn't really explain it.
It's still pending. Yeah. If there's any problems, I'm going to get Mark on the line. But he said all I had to do is click this button and I'm good. So let's see.
All right, Gonzo, I'll check that. Let me check that. I want to make sure we're fair. And we've got 5 to give away, okay? So we can always, since we promised Crypto's own one, we can always give him one and give the. If you are right, we will give you the second one. But man, I checked this.
All right, try. See what it says. It says success on my end, so tell me what it does.
All right, let's see. Adopt a Roo.
How many does it let you do?
Oh yeah, good point. That's right. I can do more than one now, right?
You
Gosh,
should.
that was frustrating in the pre-sale.
I know. It was only supposed to be for 100, and the night when we did it, I'm like, just make it more. And I don't even know why I said that, but I did.
Probably because we hadn't slept in.
Yeah, it was just a blunder.
It wasn't days; it was weeks.
All right, yep, you can go 10 now. There you go.
That's awesome.
Tell me what happens when you click.
Yep, it's good. It's working.
It worked. Let's see when it shows up in your thing. All right, hopefully this thing goes flawless, man, because, hey, that's why I wanted to hire this guy to do this stuff for me, because I saw what his other stuff did. It all went through pretty damn well.
All right. I minted 5 more. I'm like the biggest Roo holder, am I not?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I am from the pre-sale.
Let me see. Show me your thing.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see what 5 I got.
Well, I want to check one more thing. When you do pull them up and go to properties, and I want to make sure that it's showing when you have a none, that it's not even showing up, because I got rid of that. Because remember in the very beginning, it showed 24 traits and a whole bunch of nuns, and I didn't like that at all. And Squanchy told me not to do it.
You mean you're talking about where? Why is not going to my wallet? There we go. You're talking about where the trait itself shows as none?
Yeah, I got rid of it so it doesn't show up anymore. If it's none, it won't show up. Just go to your activity and see what it's showing.
Yeah. Yep, there they are. So, by the way, guys, if you don't know, the RooCrews instantly reveal, which I certainly love. I don't know. I'm like the kid that can't actually leave the presents underneath the Christmas tree. Like, I'd rather my parents just put them out the night before, because I can't stand looking at presents when I can't open them. So I very much appreciate the instant reveals.
Oh, yeah. I was told to do it immediately by a couple people that I'm not going to say anybody's names, but I've had some really great people help me out to get this far into the thing. And at the beginning, it would have been so awesome if this would have actually launched in July. But, hey, here we are. So
hey, hold that screen for a second. I'd created a hack logo, not a hack logo, just a quick, simple logo to represent RooCrew. And I was redesigning something, and I had an idea to make the kangaroo that you see there kind of look like he's dunking the basketball like Michael Jordan. And I ended up using the tail, so it looks like the tail and the legs are splitting up or whatever. And it's funny because I made it, and I haven't really looked at it in a while, but it just happened to be on your screen, and it's so cool. Yeah. Number one, my art is on someone else's computer screen. That's my favorite part. You own art that Jason and I designed and created. I mean, so 2, I'm ecstatic, and 3,
I'm proud to own it. By the way, I don't just own
3, it. That's some dedication to, because I really wanted the sports to kind of really play up, but I think I think that's cute. So if you have a kangaroo that on the sleeve or whatever, you'll have it's only on the basketball ones, and it says Air Roo, like Air Jordan, but Air Roo. So only a few of them have that tattoo.
But saying his name.
Yeah, that logo is absolutely sick. I love it.
Oh, there's only a few. There's only
is it featured anywhere? Oh, wait.
There's some that haven't.
Really?
Some haven't. Also, just so you know, there's one out of all 5,000 of them that have that nothing art, and we're auctioning that one off for charity, and 50% will go to charity. And I'm not going to do it till next week, but it's only one out of the 5,000 that's nothing art.
And that one is a literal another one of a kind. I
Oh,
redesigned.
actually, I'm mistaken. No, that's gonna be a giveaway. That one's a giveaway in honor of the artist. We're not auctioning that one off. It will be free to somebody that's a Roo holder. I don't know which. I don't know how we're gonna pick the winner yet, but it's going to be given away for free.
That is 100% my favorite one because it has my own style of art that I created behind it, and that's my favorite. The one thing I wanted to bring up, since we were talking, that's even a perfect one. Every sport has different characteristics, has one or two different characteristics that the other ones don't. Like the basketball, obviously basketballs have basketball on them, but just special things like the Air Roo tattoo. The boxers have muscles. What is it? What do we do with the boxing has the Mike Tyson, the version of Mike Tyson, like tattoo on his face, but we turned it into a dragon, so there's no copyright issue.
Well, yeah, because I read later on after we made that the movie, the Bachelor Party movie, what's it called?
The Hangover. They sued him for using that tattoo in something.
Just for use, the artist sued because Mike Tyson's tattoo could have been used in the movie. Like, what the hell is that? But apparently the artist owned rights to the tattoos that they made. I didn't know that. I learned something like that.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So this is like this just revealed for me, and he's naked. I don't think I've seen another RooCrew that's naked.
That is awesome. Yes. So that is one.
There's some of them. They're only boxers. Only the boxers are naked.
Okay.
And boomerangs are definitely rare.
Oh, really?
They're not that rare. No.
They're not as rare, but
no, the metal boomerangs are.
The metal boomerang is.
There's some other things in this thing in this that won't show up on rarity tools right away, but there's like there's a soccer player with brass knuckles. Like,
oh, that's a great. Actually,
I think I have one, by the way.
Okay.
I think
there's only like one or two of those.
Right.
Oh, no way.
You know, I probably
no. If you have brass knuckles on a soccer player or a non-boxer, that's super rare. There's only like two of them, maybe max.
Oh no. Oh, here's another knuckles.
Yeah,
but he's a boxer.
Okay. Sorry, I was gonna say I remember seeing knuckles.
All right, so those brass knuckles. Can you zoom in on it? All right, on the brass knuckles, Jason and I were talking about it to add more traits in, so we could. You want to have a good array of traits or whatever to see, to make it fun, especially when you get into it. The more stuff you can go through, the way cooler you can have it. Well, I attempted to do brass knuckles at one time, and it just didn't come out the way that I was thinking of. Then Jason and I had gotten into it, and it was probably, I don't know, the fourth night of us really not sleeping for days. And my friends, my roommates, they invited me out. They said, hey, why don't you come out, have a couple drinks at the bar with us? Just get out of the house. You've been sitting at that computer all day long. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll go out. That's a good idea. As soon as I'm there, I go and I hit to the bartender. I'm like, hey, can you put on the boxing and this other stuff so I can watch some of the sports and get some ideas? That's where I got the idea for the sports bra for the female kangaroos. And I had the idea of how it hit me, how I could draw the brass knuckles. So I borrowed the receipt paper or whatever from the waitress, and I drew the brass knuckles exactly how I had to design them to make it come across and have the 3 dimensions so it fits and it looks proper, it looks right. Drew it on a bar napkin or whatever at the bar, had cigarette ashes and beer stains all over it, took a picture of it, and then sent it to myself. And when I came home later that night, that's how I designed them. I designed them basically by drawing it in my sitting at a bar with my friends having a couple drinks.
I love it. Everybody, welcome Benjamin Brand. If you don't know Benjamin, then you haven't watched our show. Because he's a key part of the show. So welcome, buddy. How are you, man? You're on mute.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, good to see you. RooCrew tonight, huh?
Heck yeah. Hello.
How's it going, Ben?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good. Just trying to answer the questions over here in Discord, trying to get people to come to here, but that's kind of hard.
Is gas high? I
yeah.
as soon as I kicked off mine, but
it was 144 or 127.
Yeah, now then that's okay. That's not too bad.
It's not crazy bad.
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of a day for ETH to give us trouble because when it's dumping, then it obviously gas is a little bit higher.
Yeah, well, there's another project that is launching the exact same time. Like I picked this date over a week ago because there's nothing else even close to the time. But then some other Panda thing came out the same time.
Pandas are for getting rugged. Like the only thing I know about pandas is getting rugged. So I don't know. I stay away from pandas.
Those drunken ones, right?
So there's the brass knuckles, man. Patrick, they look great. You can tell just not just in the artwork, but the way you kind of describe your process that you're obviously super passionate about what you're doing.
I'm sure I still have the napkins somewhere with cigarette stains and beer stains. So,
all right,
do a giveaway.
Yeah, you got to sign it and use it for a giveaway later on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, wait a minute.
You got.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
That's cool.
Is this rare?
Wait, what is it?
Is the rainbow background?
Yeah, that's pretty rare.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, football guy too.
Well, click it down there, see what it says for 1%.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
and you.
awesome.
And the clothes on it seems pretty rare too.
Yeah,
No.
I tried to make it. I did all the metadata myself. Actually, while you guys are talking, let me go talk to that Rarity Sniper guy because I did pay them and I want to get this going on their thing.
So
Right.
are the percentages updated, or do you have to actually release them all before the percentages will actually show the right numbers?
Are you asking me for Rarity Sniper?
No, for this in general. You know how some of the projects like this percentage will change as more release?
They will change, yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not an OpenSea guy. I don't know.
That's always been confusing to me in terms of how that actually works. Whether, because for sure Ben's right. Like for sure, there's projects that.
Well, I had one that was
rarity
0.46% before, or 0.046, and I was like, "Oh man, this is super rare." And then by the time they were all released,
yeah, and I think it's about. I think it's about how much of the metadata is released. So, but I don't really know how it works. So, anyway, Patrick,
I was going to show you just while
yeah.
I'm here in the background looking at some. I'm just going to show you. People might like that, but that's the original drawing.
nice.
From it, and then I had done just a couple different versions of how I want something to look, what I want it to look like without arms or stuff. And then this is because Jason was so mean to me and told me I had to fix my ears, so I had to redo it again. My ears. Eventually, it turned into what we have now, or whatever. But at least that's some of the drawings are nice to see. For me, especially as an artist, I like to see where a mindset comes from. That one came up. That's the one that you just had with the marker. Those are some of my favorite ones. Those are all done by hand, by the way. Personally, the ones with the markers.
Yeah, we actually just so you guys know, we did use Python, but I'd say at least half of the 5,000 was done by hand drawn because this guy we went through and we didn't like a lot of them that came out through the app or through the program, so he just redid them. So he redid a ton of them based on the attributes that were given by the Python, and he just went through and fixed them and made tweaks to them so that they would come out looking really good.
Did you just use a digital tablet to kind of do the drawings, or did you actually scan them in?
Oh, you have to show us how you do one. You have to do that.
Let's talk about that. It's a great question, Ben.
No, I'll do that. I was just gonna say, yeah, we had it's great because when you're doing a good product, when you want to do something more above and beyond, even if you're suffering to a point where you're exhausted, and Jason as well. And there's stuff where it's so complex, and we have so many traits, so many different combinations. These are all almost 100% completely original. Besides the stuff being rare, but it's treated with such dedication that to be able to layer it and be able to do it, you need someone like me that can open up my program and tweak anything that I need to be able to tweak, so everything is completely 100% custom. And like I know specifically for a fact that marker one is one of the last ones that I was working on. So it is awesome you have it. It's so cool, man.
So how did you? So obviously, the concept of generative art was new to you. I assume, because I think that's an NFT exclusive thing. I don't know if artists have ever used that technique in the past. Actually, maybe I should ask that question.
No. That's a extremely valid question. It's not that it hasn't been used in the past, but not specifically the way that this is. I mean, the way it is now, it's rechanged the game, which is phenomenal, because then you can make stuff a little bit more like a collector's item, like baseball cards. More on that essence, but to the extent, no. I've been doing art for over the last 30 years, and I've never created it this way.
And how did you find that transition to creating art in this way?
Anything you throw at me is easy. Name a project and I'll tell you, yep, I can tell you how much time and I can just do it. I literally stand on the fact that I am an artist, genuine artist, and I can do anything.
Does it take away at all the generative piece? I've always been curious about how an artist feels about that.
No, it's painstaking. It's a challenge, and I loved it. It's a brand new field where, there's a lot of people out there that I looked at their stuff, and it sucks, and it's disappointing, and I'm let down because people are promoting stuff as art that just isn't that good. So when I do it, I'm going to put my all into it. But at the same time, I love the process, and I love the process of learning something new. And doing this, I would have never been able to come up with so many different combinations, so many different characters. And I built about at least 1,000 to 2,000 that I custom designed or whatever, each one to have a personality. And then Jason's got the algorithm figured out pretty good. So we can he basically can mimic exactly how we're envisioning it and how we're thinking about it or whatever. And then it creates it. And I'm looking at my stuff. There was stuff he's showing me, and I'm like, did I make that? Or did the computer make that?
Right.
And I'm like, that is awesome. So for me, that's awesome. I can write a program that can create my own art. That's like saying, like the people that would copy a Van Gogh. I would be, if I didn't do this, I'd be doing something like that, making imitations of Van Gogh. I did one of Salvador Dali. Here, I'll show you the reason why I'm saying this. You'll appreciate it. This is a painting I did, a Salvador Dali one, because one of my friends wanted to learn how to paint.
Do we lose him? Yeah. I think
He's
we
gone.
might
I
have.
still hear him. I hear him in the background.
I hear him too somewhere.
Oh, I thought his Wi-Fi shut off. How's the minting coming, Mr. NFT God? How's the questions coming? Any technical issues? Are we flawless right now?
I don't know how it's going. I have to look. It's showing that they're working, but it's delayed. I don't know. I don't know how to read this yet. It seems like it's working. Just
Cool.
the type.
Well, I'm excited. I got a rainbow background, so I'm excited. We'll see when sort of if when you've got it up on Rarity Sniper. You said you got it up. You're gonna get it up on Rarity Sniper. What about Rarity Tools?
Yeah, I'm gonna get on there too. I was waiting to see how many went first, and then yeah. How do I add somebody as I run on Discord? But I just wanted to add a couple more things I didn't say in the beginning about this whole project. Was aside from the giveaways and the Joeys, we also have. I want to make it sports oriented since it is sports, and we did lose him.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that we're gonna have poker tournaments, and I just had one last week. I had my second one now, and I had Chris Moneymaker show up, and that was pretty sweet. We're gonna do DFS on for different sports. I started up football so far, and now we're just looking. I don't know the other sports that well, so once I figure out what they're doing, but I'd like to do it for baseball, soccer, all the sports that we have. I mean, boxing will be kind of tough because I don't really have boxing, but maybe UFC or something. I don't know.
Nice. How about let's give away another Zed. So we've given one away, and how do you guys want to give this one away? Got any ideas?
Don't make it the same as that last one.
That was clearly too hard. How are we going to give this one away? Number from 1 to 100. We'll write it down in the comments, the private comments.
Put it in your private chat. Here, I always like to give a number. Here's the number. I think it's. I don't know if it's the same number I gave away last week.
I'm gonna put. No. Let me hear. I'm gonna put this number right here. Okay.
All right, you can do it.
That number in the private chat. Everybody, put in a number from 1 to 100. The first one, you better only respond once. I will disqualify you if you respond twice. All right. The first one to get the number or get closest to the number, it doesn't matter if you're above or beyond, will win the horsey. This will be our second horse. Again, unraced, unbred, ready to be named, unbred. Well, yeah, it's unbred.
Hey, real quick, I got someone who just DM'd me on Discord. He said, "Sorry, man, I know you're busy. Just setting proof. Deal with it as you will." Gonzo Burger shows that he won the Joey $5. Hey, if he shows it, they both get it. So we have 3 left.
Absolutely, Gonzo Burger will get it.
I'm not gonna screw the first guy out of it. So yeah.
No, we won't screw anybody here.
I'll be right back.
Sorry about that. I seem to have lost internet connection on my home computer or whatever. So might not be able to do the behind the scenes on stuff until this works properly.
No worries, Patrick. You're good.
So I'm on my phone. I figure you guys okay, but no, I think I was showing you the Salvador Dali painting, and I can't remember where we were going.
Well, we're just doing a giveaway right now, so I think, and I hope everybody's got their entries in, and let me make sure I'm checking who is the winner. Who's the winner? All right, if everybody, last call. I'll give you 5 seconds. Last call.
I wonder if they have that marbles thing that they have for Twitch on YouTube. That thing's really cool.
The number was number 7, my favorite number, and Strictly Sports with 13 looks to be the lowest. Closest to 7.
That was your number? Nobody had lower?
Nobody. 13 was the lowest. See? That's why I made it nice and low. I had a feeling everybody's going to go high on me. Yep. Strictly Sports. All right. Strictly Sports. By the way, I think I know what's going on in terms of the Jackson world. I love this. Oh, man. Jackson, funny enough, man, Jackson's been around since I started my YouTube channel in January, so I appreciate him very, very much. And by the way, guys, I think I know what happened with the last giveaway, Gonzo. I have a feeling that there are delays, and what you're seeing is actually different than what I'm seeing, and that's okay. We're still gonna give you the the second Zed run horse, because, and I think that's why there's just a confusion there, because it's probably lagged in terms of how I see it. That's my guess, but anyway, doesn't matter. We've given away 3 horses, guys. Anybody have any questions for the artist and the founder himself, who you have here, who you don't get that many opportunities to do this with?
Oh my God, you guys see gas right now? Oh, it's 270. Yuck. They're blaming you, Crypto Poppy, in the Discord chat.
They're blaming me for gas?
Yeah.
I love that. What did you say? What else? Oh, pandas. Pandas were minting?
Some kind of pandas. I don't know. I didn't really
They're
look.
drunken ones, right?
Yeah, that's what they were.
Drunken
Drunk pandas. Yeah, I didn't really see anything else going on today at all when I first signed up for 8 o'clock. So,
yeah.
Dude, it's impossible. You can't.
No, you can't. You can't.
There's appease to everybody, right?
There's always something, man.
Who could have predicted today was going to be a massive dump in crypto? Like across all of crypto, everything is down.
Oh yeah. ETH went down like what? A lot. Holy moly.
A lot. Everything is down hard. And while ETH is crashing, gas is going down. Gas is going up.
Oh geez, yeah. Broke.
But you
broke under
see
$3,000, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You've seen ETH crash before, and it bounces right back up. It's just probably the scare of the market at the time.
I gotta tell you though, this has been an interesting day for me. So from the moment I got into crypto 4 years ago, I had never ever taken out crypto. It was always money that I could afford to lose. It was always play money. It didn't really matter what happened. But I think if you don't know, many of you do know that I actually retired from my career to go full-time into NFTs. I'm not going to lie, guys. It's a little bit different when you know you're going to rely on this in the future. So far, I don't need to, and I've set myself up that I don't need to for a while. But, you get a little bit more anxious when you're living off of this stuff, and it drops 10% overnight, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's brutal.
And for you, Patrick, right, as a creator, if you're going to make this transition, that's obviously something that's going to be very important to you.
Oh yeah. And then I mean, like, I still have so much other stuff that I do on the side in general that I'd rather keep the stuff that I do on the side, and I'd rather go to this and do the whole crypto full time, because this is just starting. We're at the beginning of something phenomenal, and it doesn't come along too many times where an artist has a movement or a moment. And you have Dadaism back earlier in our past or whatever. You have Surrealism. You start going back to Pointillism and all these different movements. But the NFT chain or whatever. This is I've been a digital artist for we had computers when we were, I think, like 9-10 years old or whatever. So the last 30 years I've been a digital artist in some form. This is the first time a digital artist can actually put something out to the entire world and have it stamped. So it has, their branding on it. It's their thing. This is phenomenal. So knowing what I know and knowing how good that this is doing, I can't see this not just blowing up and getting better, because I've already got so many more million ideas, and I'm sure Jason does too, on how we can change the game. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to make it better. We're going to do the stuff that other people aren't doing. And we're going to keep going on and trying to figure out how to make it and how to implement it in a way that it becomes so lucrative that that they create college courses to teach.
Oh, they should already be doing that. I don't know why that's not done yet.
Professor, I'll teach it.
I was also going to say is another part of the roadmap that I didn't mention earlier was is Pat will actually be doing personalized like animations of short films of people's winners will they'll basically be able to, if they win, he'll make them like an animation of them with their kangaroo doing something, and they'll show like that person like walk down the street with their kangaroo or whatever you want. I mean, he, like this guy, from what he tells me, he could do pretty much anything you want him to do with NFTs and animation and 3D rendering, everything. So, wait, what's that say? Will the community
virtual reality ones too?
Yes, strictly 33S Sports. Yes. Yeah, the community wallet will work like that for sure. I'm setting it up. It's on a web page somewhere. I'm going to set that all up through something called Snapshot. Snapshot's like a DAO type thing, a DAO liquidity thing, where they will actually, I spoke with the one of the devs there, and he said he would tailor it to whatever I want to do. So basically what I could tailor it to is creating like a room on Discord or a web page where it'll work with Collab Land, and it'll show you your status and how many votes you have and how many, and whether you can even do a proposal at all. So that's something I definitely want to do for sure. Yeah. So if you own 10, you're going to have more of a say in what we do with that versus someone that only owns one. Yes. I mean,
Nice.
I mean, would you want to be where you're stuck with a whole bunch of people that you own the most, and all these people want to give themselves money and you don't? You'd rather hold that and buy a couple art blocks or whatever it is to get more money in the long run. I mean, I think it's better if you do give, just like how stock markets work. Like if you have more of a voting share, you get to control it a little bit more than other people that only own one or two.
Yeah, I think that's a good call, and I still think I own the most roos, so y'all are gonna have to compete with me, or I'm just gonna call the shots around here.
Well, it already looks like you're the only one right. I mean, as of when I looked earlier, you're only one in the mob. You're a mob boss, is what we call you. I looked up the different. The reason why it's called a court, a troop, and a mob is because that's the different names they give for multiple kangaroos in the group. Those are three of the names, so that's why.
Okay.
I have to say this, just compliments to Jason on this project. He has researched the heck out of this, and
yes, since June and July, man. I mean,
I can tell you, we could at least take 100 question tests on Australia and kangaroos, and we're gonna be pretty good on this
for sure. Like, I was happy to know that male kangaroos did not have a pouch. I had no idea. I thought they all did. I thought they all did for some reason.
I think the fanny pack's the best part. It cracks me up. The mustache, the one that's 251 that just popped up there, or whatever.
The fake mustache.
Yeah, that one I added in. That's the only trait. I don't know if Jason's aware of this. That's the only trait where it's held in the hand, but it's being used for a different part of the face, and that's what made these so hard. So you can't put anything else in their hand if they're holding it, but it looked funnier to have them holding a fake mustache that run there. And we do have one that's just a mustache that goes on, but to have a fake one, so holding it or whatever. And I had to create it in a way where the six just a little bit angled because I can't turn the hand on every single one of them to do that or whatever. But I'm just looking at it. I think it came out great. They're so cute. He's at a baseball game. He's being silly. That's
another thing about these. I personally like to buy NFTs that have the cuteness factor. And I gotta say, these kangaroos are hard, man. They're hard to even draw a kangaroo, let alone add characteristics to it. But if you go down, not in this guy, I'm sorry, but yeah, actually you can go down. That's actually an accessory 4, I believe. We have 4. I denoted the 4 different accessories. Accessory 1's like multiple areas. Accessory 2 is tattoos, I believe, and gold chain.
So complex.
Accessory 3 is the right hand, and accessory 4 is the left hand.
Oh, there's one. If you look at the controller, I can explain something on the controller. It's pretty cool. I think it's 247 there.
I love those. If you get a robe, keep that robe. And there's only like 9 of them.
Oh,
they're my favorites.
That's mine. These are all mine.
That robe is dope, man. I made him make those things. How
We'll
he
check
made
it out
them.
in a second. I'm curious about it. We'll check it out.
So if you look at the hand on this one,
Yeah.
each controller to be able to do this has. I redrew the hand.
Yep.
This hand literally goes over top of the other hand that is there. So the other hand that's holding the fist, I had to figure out a way of how to draw it. And so that's why he's holding the controller, basically how you should be holding the controller, like when you're just kind of holding it up or whatever. But let's see, where's my hand? where his normal fist would be, and then I had to model the hand or whatever to kind of get it so it fits and has that same hold or whatever. That thing was tough. But
I agree with Gonzo, by the way, in the chat. I love this background. It's just
I love it too.
I love it. It's retro, right? I love this.
It
stuff.
only comes with the ones with a controller.
And then the ones with the controller and the actual VR goggles, those are even more rare.
Oh yeah, he had to custom make those because they dealt with too many different traits for the Python to deal with, and so what he had to do for these though. So anybody that has a controller in their hand, he had to take. I think there's 9 different colors of the roofer. So he had to make like 9 different hands in order. And then the code had to say it has to have this color to match this color for like this guy has like 900 lines of code. He hates me too.
No. Here's something. Jason's got the doing all 900 lines of code. I told him on one of the projects as I was doing like a lot of the custom designed ones. That I had over 20,000 layers.
Yeah.
Oh, that one came out great.
Tell me something. When I minted the 25 or so in the pre-sale, this one stood out to me. I fell in love with this one right away. Is this one rare at all? Is this what you said, NFT God, that this is the robe you're talking about?
Hold on. Waits was talking to me about something. Yes. Oh my God, dude. That one's so rare because you have the robe and the barbed wire and the hula hoop.
Dude, this one, like literally out of the 25 I was scrolling through, this is the one. This is the one I was looking at. I didn't know it was rare, by the way.
That's probably your best one. That's probably gonna be your best one.
I just love it. I love this RooCrew.
I'll tell you one other thing about the robes. There's only like 9 of them, and there's even less with the barbed wire. I mean, that's probably one of the rarest. But also,
really?
What I was going to tell you earlier is I threw a little. It ended up being it was a mess up, and I saw the mess up, and I could have corrected it, but I didn't. I just left it. So if you get a balloon that has a color before the balloon, that's like going to be a 101. Even though there's other ones, I think it's called pink. I think it's called pink balloon. And I saw it about a week and a half ago, and I just left it because if nobody catches it, they don't catch it. But I caught it, and whoever comes forward with it is going to get something really cool airdrop. Like,
well, we'll call it a misprint.
But it's a misprint that I did catch, like because I fixed all the metadata 2 days ago that I did catch. Like all the teal jerseys were labeled white because when I went through, I did a huge copy and paste, and I screwed up and I just got rid of the word green because it was called green white, and I left them all white. So I had to go through. I don't have it with me. I have a sheet of paper. There were probably 300 of them. I went through each one by one and had to manually fix them all. That was a fun day for me. Yeah, that one. See the teal, the Miami color jersey. All those were called white, and I had to go.
These guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
It should be called teal now. If you click the properties.
Here's just a little fun fact about the artist. One, I live in Florida, so obviously I'm going to do a Miami jersey, just like I take care of Detroit jerseys and stuff, and the Miami Heat jersey. But just regarding Miami, I just found out that I think Dan Marino, you were saying NFTs or whatever, but I got to meet that guy, and got to have him talk to my brother and wish him happy birthday on the phone a couple years ago when we were at a black tie event. So if there's ever an opportunity to give Dan Marino an NFT of one of these kangaroos, I want to do that, Jason. Okay.
Yeah, we need to show Dan. Is Dan Marino even on Twitter? I don't even know.
Well, what about
I guess he's got an NFT art or something that came out.
let's get Einhardt.
Oh, he has NFT art. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
then he must be.
I had just heard it. I had heard it.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, something about it. I had heard it. I haven't confirmed anything, but I heard it through the daisy chains, and I'm like, well, no kidding. I'm doing these NFT things, and one of the things I think about when I'm doing it is trying to get the jerseys right and everything else, because I got to go down. I used to film and videotape them or whatever, and meet a lot of the players. And I'm like, want to dedicate it and make sure the stuff is accurate.
This is, by the way, this is another background that I think is stunning. I love the boxing ring background. I think the lighting effects, the way you did that. I don't know. I love the setting. It's probably not even rare or anything, but
that if you look in the back, in the very, very background, it's lightly drawn, but I actually have the boxing ring drawn from the start. Like I had that vision or that idea to have the ring drawn just like that.
Oh, you should see how these came from the very beginning, like
with that exact angles and stuff. So that's cool to hear you say, man. That makes me feel so.
Any thoughts of NFTing your original sketch that you have?
Yeah,
actually, well, no, it's going to be a giveaway. We already had a discussion about it. He's gonna that picture right there. He's gonna make it an NFT and give away to somebody that's a Roo holder.
We'll give it away, and then maybe we'll do something where I actually we find a way to donate it or something. But I'll sign the actual artwork and get it framed and send that to somebody too.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of positive. He probably wants it to be to be only available to mob bosses. That's what you are. You're a mob boss. I think you own 30.
That is awesome.
Is that what you classified me?
Yeah, I think I have it at 5, 15, and 30.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you're a mob boss. I get to
play Ding-a-ling on one Discord. I love it.
Yep, you do.
Until he swoops in and buys 1,000 runes.
Right, until he comes in, actually, yeah.
Yeah, he
By
got
the way,
me.
Guys, we didn't talk about this, but there's actually only 5,000 runes. I don't think we've said that, which is actually really interesting. I want to ask you guys, how did you come up with the supply, and how much of a debate was that?
What do you mean?
5,000, Alex. Yeah, how did you come up with the number 5,000? That's always a big debate, right?
Why did I come up with? Oh, I definitely. Well, again, this was back in the end of June, beginning of July when we came up with this, and the reason why is because all the projects around NAN were going for 0.08 and about 10,000. I'm like, dude, that's too much money, too many mints. And I'm like, let's go a shorter version and let's make it cheaper for everybody. I know there's a lot out now that are around 0.05 or less, or even just slightly more. But I wanted this to be like a community project. The whole thing's community based. Like I'm basically I'm getting some money out of this, but not close to as much as some of these other guys that just run around, and it seems like it's just a total cash grab. I mean, it's a rug pull on most of these guys. Not most. Many of these projects it's just a big you have an anon team that you don't know who anybody is, and you get 10,000 of them at point. Like, what was that bone thing? The bone was like they made 10,000 at 0.1, I believe. Yeah, the bones. I forget the damn
boneheads.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't even know that project.
They made $3 million. They sold out in probably less than 20, 30 minutes. And then everybody just had big fun and they just left for the weekend. And they pop up every now and then and say, hey.
Yeah, they try to play it off, right?
Yeah.
Like they're a rug pull when they're not a rug pull, but they're still kind of a rug pull.
Oh, they call it crypto bone rug pull or some crap. They have like a whole thing going now. Yeah. It's so stupid. I actually had somebody give me 10 of them like right after the drop. He's like, this is such a rug pull. I don't want. It's Jason squanching. He's like, I don't want to even deal with these. He just gave them all to me, and I can't even sell the damn things. I tried selling them for like way below mint, and
Dude, the NFT community can be so whack sometimes. Like if I remember correctly, the Pickles actually came out and said we're gonna rug pull you, and there's gonna be 9,999 pickles that are the same and one that's golden, and they still sold out in seconds. And it's crazy what gets people moving, and so much of it is based on hype today. And really, like, are other people minting this? Yes, okay, then I'm gonna mint. And we all know that's a big part of what happens around here.
Well, you had the Praxy Rock. That was basically the exact same thing as the pickle. To me, I mean, I don't see any difference in that.
There's no difference.
But the pickle was free for the first 1,000, and then it was like 0.01. It was so cheap compared to the rock was like 0.1, wasn't it?
0.08, I think.
Okay, it was still pretty damn high compared for a rug pull is what he called himself.
It was too high. It was too high.
It didn't make sense. But the thing about the pickle is, I honestly really wish you would just left them how they were without ever doing the traits. I thought it would have been a lot cooler if he'd never even messed with it. Or if he would just did what he said, just do one golden pickle and everybody else just gets that emoji or the pickle thing, right? Did you do it when you had to crack that jar? Like everybody's sitting there cracking it. Like I even downloaded an app that did it for me. Just kept hitting the damn thing for me.
I drew the line on pickles. I didn't participate in pickles. I bought some later on when they crashed, and then I sold them when they went back up. And I haven't looked at the project since, to be honest. But I wouldn't count them out because obviously Cole and pickles and penguins. Don't count any of that shit out. This world's too crazy for that to fail.
and Cole DA Dow. I have Dow coins and Cole's Dow because I was part of that Planet 68 thing, which I love that project, but he got too busy, so he wasn't able to keep doing it. Yeah. And I loved it. So what he did was we all voted and he couldn't continue it, so we just traded in our NFTs that we bought off him and get Dow tokens, and they're worth way more than what we paid for. And people were whining. You're like, dude, it's not like he's gonna scam us. I mean, if he was gonna scam us, he would have scammed us on the pickles, not this.
Yeah. All right, so let's do another giveaway because we've given away 3. We got 5 horses, so we got 2 left. Let's do another giveaway. How do you want to choose this one?
I don't even know. I say for the last giveaway though, we give it away to someone that owns a Roo. Not this one, but the last one.
I like that. I like that idea a lot. Let's save that for the last one.
Oh,
Ben,
and the last.
Was there a question that? Yeah.
Just so you know, the last one, the last horse, it's going to be a Finny. All the other 4 are Butrins. The last one will be a Finny.
Explain to the newbie.
Finny's better than a Butrin. You have either Knox, you have your Sabos, you have your Finnies, and then you have your Butrins. Finnies are 3rd best.
Gotcha.
So it's like a Z8? No, 7? 7, yeah.
Well, it's not a 7 because none of these are Genesis.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Right. Yeah,
it's
of course.
Heritage.
It's newborn. Yeah.
Its heritage is, I think they're all exclusive too. I don't even have a cross in here. They're all at least exclusive. I might have one legendary. I just bought a whole bunch today for this, man. I just bought them all for the show.
Trust me, I think people appreciate the fact that you're giving away unraced, unbred, unnamed horse. That's a pretty amazing gift. And the crazy thing about the way Zed works is that you could literally have a gem on your hands that
you never know. You never
passive income for life, and you just don't know what you're breeding with horses.
You never know. I mean, look at the best horse in the game. One of the best horses in the whole game is Steph Curry, and that's a Butrin. I think it's a Butrin legendary too.
Crazy, which means it was born to parents, not Genesis, which is crazy to think about.
No, it was born to. You can't be a legendary unless you have at least one. No, you have to have both. You have to have 2 Genesis horses. Yeah, you have to have 2. You have to have 2 Genesis horses to make a legendary. But how it works is if you have a female legendary or a female exclusive and you breed with a male Genesis, you will always make an exclusive versus an elite or a cross or So the thing is, the lowest of a low that I like to collect is exclusive. So I've been buying the hell out of all kinds of exclusive females so they can just keep breeding with all these Genesis males and just making more exclusives. And I've been doing it with my I bought a exclusive knock off of wait, how'd you Pat, how'd you text in there?
That's the Dan Marino.
What?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Dan.
That's the private chat. So let's go, guys. Let's do the giveaway. I'll put this is the Dan Marino art. I'll put it into the comments for people to see. All right, fourth horse.
Really cool. Jason, can I pick someone to be the winner? Because I just thought it's really funny.
Yeah, ask him. You do what you want.
Patrick, if you want to pick the fourth, you pick the winner, man.
I like what. That's why I laughed. I like what Jay Patterson said. Been through the desert on a horse with no name, just like Crosby or whatever. Love the song, and I thought that was just funny. I like that. I vote for that guy.
All right, Jay Patterson, man, you just literally won a horse for having the best comment and catching the artist eye. So there you go, man.
You caught my eyes with a joke, and I thought that was pretty funny because I'm older. I like the song. It's a great song.
It's going right over my head. What song is this?
Made me laugh, whatever. So hopefully if that caught my eyes or his joke, hopefully the ruse catch his eyes and help market it, man.
All right, Jay Patterson, you're going to go to at Top Shop Fanatic. Give him a shout over the DMs. Let him know who you are there on Twitter, if you are on Twitter, and we'll send over the horse. If not, let us know. We'll arrange in a different way to get you that horse. I want to make sure we don't get scammed, though. So there's just
you never know,
many people lurking these days, man. It's frustrating. I got totally scammed. Oh, like 2 months ago, I was doing a giveaway, and I said, reach out to me over DMs and send me your address. This guy within seconds created an identical profile to the winner. Identical. It looked absolutely identical within literally minutes. And I sent the gift, and then the real guy came, and he's like, where's my gift? And I'm like, what do you mean? I sent it to you. And he's like, no, you didn't. And then I figured it all back, and I'm like, oh, man, I got scammed. So I sent it. That was way back in the alien days. So I sent him another alien.
Yeah. DM me on Twitter. And if you guys want to DM me on Discord, my name's NFT God with the numbers 8888.
He knows you. Jay Patterson knows you. You know him, he says.
All right. I don't know that name right now. I don't know.
Maybe he goes by another name. But
I'll tell you what, in my Discord for the Ruse, I was doing a bunch of the giveaways, and some guy actually cloned the other guy's name, his picture, and everything, but he had the different 4 digits, and I had already spoken with the other guy on numerous occasions, so I knew when this guy said, hey, I won, I'm like, that's not you. And he's like, yeah, I won. I'm like, get out of here. I know who the guy is, man. Like, it's crazy how people try to scam on that crap.
Dude, I said a lot of bad things to the guy that successfully scammed me. A lot of very bad things right before he blocked me. So I feel like he saw all the bad things I said to him.
Just point of matter, and maybe I'm just coming from an artist point of view, but anybody that does that kind of crap and puts out negative energy out in this world, it comes back to them. And that's why, like, everything we're doing is positive. And I'm so happy with this project. So let's not even give that guy another piece of
Agreed.
Time. Bad people can go away.
Whoa. Lions game's tied? What the heck's going on here? And Packers are punting?
Bro, the only thing on TV right now in Canada are the elections. If you're in Canada, go vote, people. Make your voices heard.
Are you voting for Trudeau? Is that the election of president?
I'm not going to talk about who I'm voting for on stream.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just asking, is that the prime minister elections that you're talking about?
Yeah. We're voting for the prime minister tonight. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't ask who you're voting for. I just No, I was just asking which election.
No. Who are you voting for? Go on.
Where do you stand politically?
Yeah. Tell us now.
What is your religious background?
Ali says the lineup is too long. I heard a lot of people saying that. I went at 4:00 and walked right in. I was like the only person there. I voted and I got out, so worked out for me. But I've heard a lot of people complaining about lineups.
Oh.
You know, we need to put voting on the blockchain is what we need to do, because it would not be that freaking hard to do it and put our identity on the blockchain. But voting on the blockchain, there's so many problems that blockchain solves that if governments were just so freaking stubborn about not opening their minds to the potential that the technology can do for them, but it's coming. Yeah, Poppy voting for Trump.
There's
I swear to God, the one thing I'll say about the freaking Canadian election this year is that if Trump was in it, I would vote for Trump. That's how bad it is, okay?
Oh, whoa, that's pretty big time talk. Whoa.
Trust me, these morons standing up there, they all make it very hard for you to vote for any of them.
Is Trudeau running? Or I'm probably saying his name wrong.
Yeah.
I don't even know anything about the people except for
you don't want to know, bro. You don't want to know.
Nobody
seems like he's more interested in being a celebrity.
Nobody likes him, and they can't account for $300 million he spent last year.
And he, launched an election in the middle of COVID, which nobody wanted, and blah blah blah. And who cares? Done with the politics. This channel's not for politics. Definitely not for religion. Don't ever ask me about religion.
Shame on you, shame on you, shame on you.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, man. I picked my body picked the wrong time to get sick. What an asshole body.
Big Trooper, for those that don't know, NFT God has double COVID. He has COVID twice.
No. I hope not. I took a test. They let me know in the morning, man. I hope it's not that. I already had that before, man. And my whole family got.
Are you a COVID survivor?
My wife really is. Like, she was in the hospital for 2 weeks on oxygen, man.
What?
Bad, right?
Yeah, she had it really bad. And my father-in-law died from it.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that.
There's not one person alive, I don't think, that's been affected.
Yeah, everybody pretty much my whole family except for my mother and stepfather got it in my family. Like, everybody got it. I was in my house, my wife was in the hospital, and all her friends kept bringing us over like home cooked meals every night. That was awesome because we all had COVID. We couldn't go out and get anything. We couldn't do anything. Like, we're just stuck in the house, and my wife's in the hospital. And I couldn't go to the hospital because nobody's allowed to come in the hospital, especially if you have COVID. Like, right. They're not going to let me in there. So I couldn't go see her, and we couldn't see anybody. And
that was a tough time.
It was. I guess the one good thing
was that right when we started doing this or right before?
No, this is back last November.
This is back before. Okay.
Yeah, I was the last person to see my father-in-law before he passed because I drove him home from the hospital, and he wasn't even ready to come home. But they discharged him anyway, and he died that night, man. It was sad. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he was older. He had other stuff going on, but that was what did him in. That was like the final straw for him. And we couldn't even get it in the car or out of the car. There's no way. There's no reason he should have ever left the hospital. But
yeah, but they're probably so completely booked, right? Like,
well,
they're just like
that, and he was on the list of people that's least likely to survive, probably, and they booted him out for someone healthier.
Damn, man. Damn.
They have to make those decisions. I mean, yeah. I agree with those decisions to some extent. I mean, even though it involves someone close to me, it's the right kind of decisions you get to make. To me personally, it is.
Oh.
But it's hard. I mean, it is hard. And he had really good insurance. He had Chrysler insurance, man. So he had the money. It was in the funds to pay for it. But he got booted out probably for someone younger.
Yeah, well, there's also, of course, countries that got so bad that they were deciding because the likeliness of survival was so little that they were just not treating those that
same
the
thing,
opposite, right? Like, crazy. Anyways, Jesus.
Where are we going with these kangaroos?
Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck, man. Hey, kangaroos don't have COVID, guys. Buy kangaroos.
Kangaroos are gonna cure COVID, guys.
In hindsight, I could have made a trait where they're holding a Lysol bottle.
Oh, he wanted to make a couple of trades I said no to.
We just call it political ruse.
Do you have any COVID masks?
What's that?
Do you have any COVID masks?
No.
Okay, good.
No,
Sorry. Before I needed to clarify before I let that out.
Ever
But-
put a mask
He's
on
in
these
Florida.
crews? One, because their faces are so long.
Oh,
But
you're in
two,
Florida, Patrick. You don't have. That's right. Florida doesn't have.
I haven't
COVID.
been wearing a mask.
What?
I haven't worn a mask.
Wait. What did you just say?
Yeah. Florida doesn't have COVID, right?
They don't even believe in COVID down there. Yeah.
I in the last 7-8 months, everything is completely open, and if people want to wear masks, they do. People don't, they don't, and no one cares. And
I know nobody cares. I was down there in
everyone's been fine.
April, and I didn't have to wear a mask anywhere.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So I was gonna say about I don't know. I'm just not. I don't get that when I see the art with the COVID thing. I'm like, I'm maybe just because I'm over it, right?
No, I would never have did it.
Unlike Floridians, have been locked in my goddamn house for 2 years, gone nowhere, seen no one. I'm done with COVID. I literally want nothing to do with any of it.
Yeah, come on down to Florida,
Right.
man.
Right. The last thing I would want is a PFP to remind me. Of,
Yeah.
I know.
Exactly. It's just not what I want to see. Maybe 20 years from now, it may be a smart decision because people may be looking for that collectible, but nah, man, not me.
Dude,
All right,
Lions are
so-
about to score on Green Bay and take the lead. What the hell's going on here?
Dude, what I need to know is whether my Blue Jays are winning because this is like getting crazy between Boston Yankees and the Blue Jays. They're like toe to toe with a couple weeks left in the season. And I love you guys a lot being here and not watching my game.
I'll tell you what. I just I'm in a very grueling fantasy baseball league, and each playoff is 2 weeks long. And last night I got knocked out of the semifinals by one strikeout. One strikeout in 2 weeks knocked me out. If I would have got one more strikeouts, we would have tied, and I had the tiebreaker. But man.
Utani, like a God against man.
I have, yeah. He was on my team, and so was Vlad. Vlad's been like, he's gonna win MVP. Both those guys
like
will win
a cheat
MVP,
code, right? On fantasy baseball, it has to be right
Well-
between the pitching and hitting home runs and everything else.
If it wasn't for Otani, I'd give the MVP to Vlad.
Oh,
But
for
Otani,
sure.
Otani's gonna get it. He has to. But Vlad's runner up easy. Like that guy's been. How many home runs that guy have? Like he's just killing it.
42, I think.
How many people has he struck out though?
No,
Yeah, but but has Otani dominated like either side? Like
yes, he has
Mhm.
big time.
He'll
Yeah.
strike out like their best hitter, and then he'll go.
Oh,
hit a
he'll
home
strike
run
out
against
like-
their best
yeah, no,
pitcher, so.
look, he's at the end of the day, like he's something fresh that we haven't seen since Babe Ruth, and I don't know about you guys.
He's
but
better than
I've
Babe
never even
Ruth.
seen Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth
Yeah, of
couldn't
course,
pitch
not-
like him.
I haven't either, but right, he's special. He's
Yeah.
a completely different beast.
He's not gonna win. Sorry, Strictly. No, Otani has the MVP wrapped up. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way he's not gonna win it. Oh.
Yeah, I wonder what the odds are on like a sports book. It's
Oh,
gotta be, like,
A month ago,
You know?
it was already wrapped up. I'm sure it's even more wrapped up
minus
now.
500 or something.
No, NFT God, it's less wrapped up now.
Look at that Lions
Like-
touchdown.
Vladdy has been an absolute monster.
Oh, he has
Monster.
the whole year. But
If
he
the
has
Jays,
more.
but
he
if
has
he
more
put,
at 22 home runs, though, you're wrong
but if he
about
gets
that.
the Jays into the playoffs, man, dude,
They were
man,
expected to be in the playoffs. What are you talking about?
what?
What? They have a
Where?
great
What
team.
city are you from?
Pre
We never. Okay, maybe everybody else expects it. Nobody in Toronto
Preseason.
ever expects the Blue Jays to be in the playoffs.
preseason, they were the favorite. They were the favorites.
What? I
Yeah.
don't remember. I don't actually remember that.
I remember because guess what? Yankees were not supposed to be good with all their injuries, and Boston came out of nowhere. Boston wasn't supposed to be good at all this year.
No, Boston definitely was not supposed to be good.
No, they were supposed to be shit, and now
But-
they're crushing it.
But
See
the
how
Jays,
Jason
no.
combats you? That's what I dealt with that. That's the interaction I dealt with him.
Oh, dude, I can imagine. Of course.
But hold on, how many home runs did you say Vlad had?
Like he's got either 42 or 43 right now.
Oh, they said 22. Okay, yeah.
No.
He has 46 home runs, 105 RBIs. The guy
He's
just
46.
crushed it.
Then did he hit some tonight? I didn't think he
No,
was
his
at
last home
46.
run was on the 17th, but he has
Oh.
he's hitting 321 average, which I hate average. But he has a 411 OBP, which is pretty damn good, and he has 119 runs. So yeah, he's crushing it.
His numbers are absolutely monstrous.
You want me to go into Ohtani's numbers?
Yeah. Read me the Ohtani numbers.
Ohtani's batting numbers are 44 home runs. Like, what the fuck's that? 360 on base, 93 runs, and 94 RBIs, 23 stolen bases. But he doesn't bat as much as this guy. Let's go to his pitching now.
How many strikeouts?
Yeah, I know. That's
his
disgusting
pitching
already.
His pitching, he has 123 innings pitched, 146 strikeouts, 44 walks, and ERA at 3.28, whip of 1.11. Like, dude, like he's pitched 123 innings and he has 44 home runs on top of it. Like, come on, dude. Like, come on. He's MVP for sure.
Right. That's like someone in the NFL, playing both sides of the ball.
Yeah, it's like Deion Sanders being a quarterback. Like,
no, it's yeah. You can't deny it, as much as I love my Vladdy.
His win-loss is 9-2. Someone's asked what his win-loss was. 9-2. Yeah, and he's on a shitty team because they lost. Rendon hasn't played like pretty much the whole year, so it's basically him and Trout. Nobody else on that team's even good. Like, not good enough to even mention right now.
Isn't
all right?
Trout's a little bit washed too, ain't he?
Who?
Trout.
What about him?
He hasn't had the greatest year, has he?
No, he hasn't. Not this year.
Hey, did any of you guys invest in MLB Tops? How about you guys listen?
I missed it.
Did any of you invest in MLB Top? What do you mean you missed it? There's you can always buy it anytime you want. It's up on the market.
What, you talking about the wax?
Yeah, you gotta buy it in wax, right?
Yeah.
I bought those damn packs. I bought my order went through for those awesome packs, the ultimates, and then they charged me, and then 3 days later they sent the money back saying, "Oh, you didn't make the cut." I'm like, I bought it. I said on my bank account, I bought it, and
yeah, I tried to get some.
Oh, it gave me a.
I
bought.
I went against buying any. For me, I don't know, dude. The moment I saw that platform, I was like, I'm out. But I did get some free. I did get a free pack, those free packs they gave away, and then I got a Mike Trout.
Yeah,
and at one point, that Mike Trout was worth like $130, and the last time I checked, it was worth like $15. I don't know how the market is now. Yes. Yeah, it wasn't good. Ali, tell us how's the market, but I'm pretty sure
wax is whack, man. Wax sucks.
So with Topps losing their sponsorship to Fanatics, and that's Candy Digital, I believe. My problem with that NFT space is is that going to be worth anything once they lose that partnership? Like, are you still going to be like, oh, well, these are the old Topps NFTs that were out, 4 years ago, 5 years ago? I think they might just go away at some point, and people won't even look back at them. I don't know. That's my concern.
I think the only hope those have now are the same hope the Yetis have. Hope to God they become some collectible 20 years down the road because there's
they were the first or something.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But man, Ali, sorry to hear that, man. That you don't know how to get the stuff out of there. It's yeah,
well,
I don't know.
I know how to get it. I know how to get it out, but the thing is, you have to sell on there first, and then the market's not even at I have the very first original Street Fighters that came out. I have a Chun-Li number 6, and it's it's the best of the best you can get of her. There's only probably 20 in existence, and the thing's only worth like $50. Like, come on, it's Chun-Li number 6 out of 50, and it's ultimate, and it's not worth anything anymore. At one point, it was worth like $2,000, and then it just kept going. Nah. And I don't like to sell anything, so what I should have sold. Lesson learned, just like Top Shot. If I would have sold Top Shot in a high, I would have had 200,000 in my bank, man.
Were they on Wax? Were they like, we're coming out with a video game? And they're like, oh, sweet. They already got the Street Fighter
Did they
game.
really promise like Street Fighter? Or are you talking about something else? Another project?
I'm talking about Wax Street Fighter. I don't know what the hell they're saying. I don't go on Wax anymore.
No, Ben was saying about a game.
Yeah, I didn't know if they had any game interaction, right? Some type of new Street Fighter coming out, and they were going to let you use your NFT or something.
Like, right? Like, why the hell, if you're Street Fighter, why aren't you doing exactly that?
Right.
Like, why aren't you coming out with a bunch of new characters, like fresh characters,
and you can only use them.
Some of the old ones, launch Street Fighter 6, because Street Fighter 5 is the latest version. I actually have a Street Fighter arcade in my basement, and so I'm a big fan of the game. I actually grew up playing the game. But dude, if I'm them, this is what I'm doing. And I'm creating Street Fighter 6. I'm making them NFTs. You can only play with that character if you own the NFT. Like, what the hell are these people doing?
Right. You already have the established game. Why not?
But
for sure.
Of the Street Fighter Kangaroo thing, just since you're talking about Street Fighter, play the first 6 seconds of it. I think it just cracks me up because
round 1, fight.
Hear that sound effect? Because that sound effect is so embedded in my brain from playing video games that when I'm doing it, I'm like, I have to have that thing. I have to have that. Oh, I'm like, oh yes.
That was cool.
Just to get that uppercut or whatever.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 2. Yep. Mortal Kombat's also in my arcade.
You got Virtua Fighter?
I actually have an arcade that has like over 5,000 games.
Oh, it's got the emulator on it.
It's got all kinds of emulators. Actually, pretty much every console emulator that exists is on it. And like every version of Street Fighter you can imagine is on it.
Yeah. I just remember that Virtua Fighter in the arcade. They'd have like that drunken fighter guy.
Oh yeah.
I didn't play Virtua Fighter much. I was definitely a Street Fighter guy, even more than Mortal Kombat. Though I played Mortal Kombat, but
I played them both. Yeah, they're both.
Mortal Kombat, I come with a printout, like, how do you do this fatality? Right. And then you try to like do it while you're there and you mess up something, right? It ends up working out.
Pause the screen and go in and see all the codes on how to do it. It wasn't that way in the early days.
Like when I first heard of NFTs, like when I first put it this way, when I first heard of NBA Top Shot, I actually put it on video on my YouTube channel. My vision for NFTs, where I thought we were going to go fairly quickly, and it's going to take longer than I thought it was, is, I'm a huge FIFA Ultimate Team player, but same with Street Fighter. Like, I was just a big gamer all around. And I thought that exactly what we're talking about is that we would be buying NFTs that would give us an advantage over the console games we're playing or the arcade games we're playing. And I feel like that's the opportunity that a lot of these bigger gaming companies haven't tapped into yet. And so you got to wonder, like, are any of them going to do it, or are they going to be disrupted? And in comes, Chicken Derby, Zedrun, the real utility games come out, and people make that transition. And I don't see me, dude. I used to play hours of FIFA a day. Like the time I used to spend trading NFTs, I used to that time from like 12 to 2 in the morning, right? When we're degenning over NFTs, I used to just basically play video games. And I don't see me going back to video games unless it's play to earn. I can't imagine spending money on FIFA Ultimate Team right now and to buy Ronaldo thousands of dollars to like the next year have to buy him all over again. And by the way, I can't sell the Ronaldo for value.
He has a question, and I have a question after him.
I need my fix. I got to get more NFTs. Me.
I'm surprised this established brand, as far as like video games go, hasn't came out with any type of NFT yet, right? Or even a cryptocurrency, right? Turn their currency into some type of cryptocurrency that would work within their game. It's wild because there's so many game companies out there. I mean, it's not like there's just EA and some of these other big guys, Rockstar, things like that. There's also smaller game companies that come out with games every day for applications on your phone and things like that. It's surprising to me.
Well, I have a collab I'm doing tomorrow with Reaper. Have you guys heard of that?
Oh yeah,
project? That Project Reaper. They have a game lined up with ES Sports, and that's supposed to. I mean, ES Sports is launching into the game. I've heard of them before. Isn't that Fortnite?
No, they're Epic Games.
yeah, that's Epic Games. Yeah.
Well, who's ES Sports? I've heard of them before.
I think they're the guys behind like the tournaments. That's who those guys were associated with.
The esports isn't. You talking about the esports?
Yeah, esports. Yeah, esports.
Yeah, they're tournament guys, right?
Yeah.
So when they have big tournaments and stadiums and things like that, they're not necessarily the guys behind the games.
Oh, they're
itself.
behind the tournaments.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you have all these people tuning in or just buying tickets to go watch people play games,
but they're making games now. They're now making games. And I'm actually going to talk to these guys with the Reaper people about maybe making a Roo game with them. I mean, if they're doing a game with them, I mean, how hard is it to do just multiple games with different NFTs after you get the first one out?
Oh, Jason, I was going to say one of the people that they had posted something asking if that was the game or whatever that we're working on. I don't know if you want to explain a little bit more about the concept of what we're doing.
Who posted what, where, what?
I think it was Strictly Sports.
Where at? I don't see it.
Is that the game? It's right towards the end of some of the.
Yeah, he just talk about.
the
game. About the game.
Like the preview you guys showed. Part of a game.
Oh, that he just made that. I actually told him to make it differently, and he didn't make it exactly.
I don't do any good. Whatever. But no, basically, you go away now. You can tell we're old roommates. I created just the top half because that's how all the NFTs seem to be making, and that's what everyone's focused on. But we talk about coming down the line where this takes off, this goes down forward. I know how to do 3D animation. I know how to. I know people that know how to do all the coding for the game.
They got the touch on.
I've actually built my own video game for G.I. Joe for Hasbro for 4Kids Entertainment back in the day. You can still play it online, and I think I got it posted on my DeviantArt website or something, or maybe in my webpage now or whatever. But yeah, definitely want to do a game. That was part for fun, but part for the part of it so I can see if I can get the character rigged and give the character controls and power, and just so we can get a look and see what the character's looking like when the kangaroo's kind of like bouncing, and like just to kind of give us like an idea of what it would look like in the game, and then obviously we just go from there or whatever.
Okay, here's the game.
But Jason has it in his head more.
I had the whole thing in my head.
I know.
I actually have a dev team right now that can make the game, and I have him as the artist, and he has other people that were underneath him that he's still friends with, that he was a teacher of, professor of in college, that will be building out all the animation for it, and then the game devs will be building out the code for it. So it's going to take probably 3 months to do. We're definitely more money behind it for sure, and it can be done, and it can be done with multiple people. But I was saying like around phase 2 to 3. Phase 2, we're going to actually unveil 2 more different characters to put into the game, and then we're going to throw the game into all 3 and go from there. I mean, that's pretty much what it was. I'm not going to give away the details of the next 2 phases just because, I mean, there's no reason to right now.
It's like a different, or like just some of the videos I was making just kind of gives us an idea of what it looks like. And I got to admit, once I see the kangaroo, I love how they look. And just seeing the kangaroo bounce, and you just kind of like going, just kind of bouncing or whatever. It's really cute. It's really cool. I mean, it could be a successful game as Street Fighter,
for sure,
or it could be something that's cute that could even be turned into like a learning game for kids.
No, it's gonna be Street Fighter. It's not Street Fighter per se, but it's gonna be. I want an animation game where you have a controller and you control what the damn guy does, and he can punch and kick and whatever. And what this guy said over here, yeah, Yeah, eventually it'd be awesome as hell if you could bet on the games, but then you get into a whole nother realm of laws and restrictions, and I can't commit to that right now. I would love to do that, and if we get a big enough team and we get a big enough everything going, for sure. And I'll also say this without naming the people. Excuse me. Sorry, I've been sick all weekend, man.
I'm telling you, double COVID.
Yes, you bless.
No, it's not that. It's probably just a flu. I already had COVID, and I had both the shots, man. I don't think it's COVID, but they did test me.
It's because Nikki was smacking him.
No, that doesn't happen here. If
We all too
anything,
old up in here.
He left the camera for a minute, and he probably said something to her, and she smacked him. And now it's getting
That's
him.
more likely. That's more likely.
so getting back to strictly 3 sports. Yeah, basically, I've already been in talks with people that have the money to basically create this entire game out, and I don't even. I
We
wish
talked about that first before even doing this.
Yeah, I wish I could say the guy's name, but I'm not going to say his name right now. But
No.
I will say that he's a supporter of the Ruse, and he has shown support for the Ruse by doing a couple things now, and he has unlimited amount of money if this is something that is something that looks forward thinking, and we have to see what's going to happen right now because ETH just dipped pretty big today or in the last couple of days. The NFT projects, like you never know what's going to sell out anymore. Like you have these dumbass NFTs now selling out, and the good ones that you think, oh, that's a winner all the way, and they die out. I was like, what the hell's going on? Like you don't know. It's not. We're outside of July now. We're outside of early August. Now we're in September where people are being more selective, and some of these things just sell out because I don't even know the reasons. I have no reasons, and I'm not one of the guys that's going to be around here just selling like whatever 50% of the equity to do a promotion with some big influencer like some of these projects. I just wanted to be organic, and I'll tell you guys what, if we'll keep the contract open for like a week. If it doesn't sell out, I'm going to get rid of the rest. I'm going to put all the rest of the liquidity back into the community wallet, and it's us, man. It's us, and we'll build up the future going forward with this thing.
Hey,
All right.
Just to touch base real quick, just so you know, one of the reasons you were saying with ETH just dropping today, just the regular stock market dropped $600 today.
Yeah.
It ties in, and it's Monday. Usually what happens every Monday, whether you're stock market, crypto, on Monday.
Monday's the worst. Monday's the worst for a drop, too.
Friday stuff hits, unless they did a big scam, and then it drops again on Friday.
Oh, my God. What's going on with this Lions game?
I blame the Canadian elections. We tanked the market. Fuckers.
I blame Canada for everything because I saw a South Park episode.
For the Lions losing.
South Park episode. We're like, blame Canada.
Yeah, look, guys, it's interesting with crypto because I actually all the talk about what could be happening. Actually, what I don't like about like from the charts perspective is that it kind of validates that there's a double top. Actually, let me show you this. Let me show you guys this.
Yeah, tell us what that actually means.
I don't love this.
I think he's going to go up to 10,000 by the end of the year.
Well,
that's what the guy in CNN told me.
I hope it is, but the entire crypto market is doing something that people don't like to see.
Oh, whoa. What's those two? Yeah, you showed me this before. Explain this to us again, because you show me these little things, those little loops that you do on the bottom and the top.
Wait,
real quick.
I've seen somebody doing that before, whatever. Yeah, that.
But I want to see if I actually learned something from what he told me before, because he told me before when he did this whole thing. It's like your first episode that you had me on, where you're showing like these loops in the loop, and then that green line, and then the blue line, where if it hits this low, it doesn't bounce back up, it's going to go lower than the next one and lower than the next one, and it won't ever have a chance to go back up, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's one of the relatively easiest things to see play out on a chart Like I can after like 4 years of trading crypto, I can look at a chart and right away know whether it's bullish or bearish, and not because it's going up or down, but to like one of the easiest things, patterns that you can look for, okay? And it's like I could repeat this a billion times, guys. Like, so is the double bottom and the double top. So
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
In a-
Ali A. No, Ali A's. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't
looks
know.
like you
Is
had it back,
So-
like in a smaller scale. When you look back to what is that, March?
but let me show you. So in a double bottom, okay. So typically, what will happen is you'll get a crash.
that's-
You'll
Yeah,
get
right there. Yeah.
you'll get a
that's when I
bit.
was.
Hold on, you'll get a bit of a
last.
correction, and then it creates a W pattern. ETH loves to move up in W patterns like this, and so it's like it comes down hard, then it goes up, kind of fakes people out, comes back down again. But the most important thing with these charts is if this high here is higher than this high, which is exactly what happened.
Right.
At this point, this is bullish as hell. And it's a reversal. And look what happened, man. ETH just went on an absolute tear nonstop. Guess what? Here again, it did another. Came back down, faked people out, went back up. Another W, boom, up. And it consistently moves up like this now. Not
here.
Guys, trading is not 100%. Like, trading is if you can get 51%. Is it really your goal is to trade 51% of the time? Is to be right 51% of the time, and then you're in the money, right?
If you're trading enough, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And you'll see that play out enough. But here,
there's not good.
What's kind of scary about what's happening with crypto right now is that we had this blow off top, right? This is what we call
4,000 or
blow off top, man. We fell an insane amount here. I mean, we all probably remember 60% in days.
Yeah.
We all probably remember that time.
Right.
And then usually, right, that stuff, like, it takes a long time for people to start buying again. When you have a massive drop like that, you just know you're going to get downside.
Can I ask you a quick question? When did the fork happen? What date was that?
Which date?
The fork. The fork. The London fork or whatever they called it.
Oh, EIP 1559?
Yeah. What day did that happen?
Somewhere around here, man. Somewhere around here, maybe early August. I can't even remember the date.
It was a little bit less than a month ago.
Yeah, it was somewhere around here. It was a pretty bullish time.
Yeah.
Like things seem to be on the up and up. So we, after this big correction, like things tended to be looking good. However, I remember my dad just recently asked me before this crash, he's like, so what do you think is happening now? And it's always scary when you have a massive blow off top and then you all of a sudden get bullish action again. And this is where things always get dicey, is if this move here doesn't create a new high, like ideally, this is what I was looking at. I was hoping to God ETH would end up somewhere around here and create a new high. And now we've broken the potential for a double top. Everybody's happy. But man, that is not what happened. What happened is exactly what I think a lot of us fear that look at graphs, at charts a lot. And it created a sort of a second top. And I think, honestly, that's why you're seeing all this aggressive selling right now. Because I do think that much of the price action is ruled by bots and charts and programming. And, this is just not a good sign.
Oh my God. They took a timeout. Lions missed the field goal, but they took a timeout before the field goal. So I get the re-kick.
So, by the way,
sorry. I'm watching football, man.
Just to show you, May, this is when I told everybody I sold my Bitcoin right here.
Right.
And I still have it. I literally still have it labeled. I've never bought Bitcoin since then.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, partly because I've gotten so addicted to NFTs that I'm like, why would I put any of my spare money into Bitcoin when I want to buy NFTs? But also because, like, this was just not a good sign. and all of this is kind of like feels like rubbish, especially now that it's potentially created yet another new lower high. See how consecutive lower high. So this was the blow off top, then it created another lower high. Then this section didn't actually surpass the last one. This is just a pattern, a very bearish pattern. And I hate to say it, but dude, like basically I'm not going to be bullish on crypto again for quite a while. And by the way, guys, this is like another huge sign, which we're literally tinkering with right now. That green line is one of the most important lines that I use in all of trading, and that's the 200-day EMA. And Bitcoin.
The 200 day. EMA?
What's that?
You said 200-day EMA?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's the average trading price 200 days back.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah. It's a rolling average, right, of 200 of the past 200 days. And, generally speaking, for EMAs is probably the most critical one. And generally speaking, if the currency is below the 200 DMA, it's bearish. If it's above, it's bullish. Mm-hmm. And so technically, we're kind of still in bullish territory, but it actually dipped below that today. It took a massive dip below. That was actually, you know what? Yeah, actually, it did. On looking at the different exchanges, it did dip below.
The green line is kind of like when they rate movies on through Rotten Tomatoes for actual people versus the bots, the people that because the green lines was actually the average, right? The whole median for everybody for that day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's an exponential moving average. So, so it's interesting where it's at today, because it's kind of like you're literally at it's decision time for Bitcoin. It needs to hold above for there to be any hope. I can tell you right now, if we fall below the green line, okay, let me show you. I said this to a lot of people on YouTube.
And you're basing Bitcoin on Ethereum on here?
This is Bitcoin right now I'm looking at, but they all look very similar right now.
Okay.
And if Bitcoin crashes, you can forget about.
They all mimic each other. There's about if you're using Coinbase, there's ones like when you go pick one stock, it'll show you which other ones that it kind of partners up with or follow the same trends.
Guys, look at this candle. Like, you cannot make this stuff up.
This candle.
This candle here, this daily candle, okay?
Okay, I understand.
It bounced off of the green line like perfectly, then it did it again, and then it decided that it was not going to. And that is a vicious candle. Like, look at how far down that day crypto went down 31% in a day. Okay. Right. So that's the kind of effect breaking below the 200-day EMA will have on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is literally tinkering with its life right now. So we could easily do a couple of days of like shenanigans like this. But if Bitcoin decides that it's bearish below this line, it's usually vicious. Yeah. It's not going to be a small candle. Like that I'm fairly certain of. So as certain as you can be in trading. So that's it. That's kind of where we're at right now. It's not looking amazing for us, but you know what? What are we gonna do? We're just gonna react and see what happens. And
if you follow Twitter, right, a lot of those guys are saying, I think they're scaring a lot of people. So I think you're also getting some of the selling there too.
Oh, right? Yeah. It's a snowball effect, right?
Yeah.
It's like, and why trading works, as many of us say, is because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, if all of us, and including 90% bots programmed by humans, that are saying below the green line is bearish, sell your shit below the green line, then you get a self-fulfilling prophecy. And that's a big reason why these charts work, right?
Yeah, there was a guy on Twitter. He's probably got close to like 50,000 followers. And he was saying $90 ETH again, or $90 ETH soon, I think was the tweet.
Dumb.
And then like all of a sudden you see all these people like under his tweet, and it was almost like panic tweet after panic tweet of people who just don't know, So I don't like kind of like that action. And it's sad because a lot of those people are probably just, selling everything and then getting out of ETH as fast as they can just based on, a few tweets.
It's a stupid prediction because first of all, how could anybody predict this going to $90? Period. Clearly, that's dumb. But
no, and most people could tell like what troll tweets are, right? And that's exactly what that is. But still, you get a following, people get scared.
Like for ETH to literally do that, okay, so this is a node. Like this is like over here, there's gonna be huge amounts of volume, okay? And this is I'm looking at whoops. I was looking at Bitcoin. Like ETH basically all of this volume, right? Like you see how a lot was traded? Like there's a lot of basically history at these levels where there's a lot of traded volume, and look at the volumes up here. But more importantly, right? Like,
oh, you're not sharing your screen anymore.
Oh shoot, guys, come on! Now you tell me. What's this? What it says? Oh yeah, there we go. Sorry, guys. My bad. Sorry. Okay, so over here, okay, which is basically ETH from 20. It actually starts over here, like 2,500, down to like 1,400. Like, dude, do you know what it would take for ETH to break through that level of volume and history? Like, why would anybody say that we're going down here, and that it's clear we're going down here? Because that's what, like, nah, man. People with $90 is
no, it's almost impossible. Everybody would have to.
It's not that even it's impossible. It's like, do you understand the things
the manipulation that would have to happen in general, right? Because
there's no technical chart that would tell someone that's going to happen. So then at the end of the day, then it's just FUD. So we're more than likely I think we're going to get boring for a while somewhere down here. I don't think we're going to bounce up. I don't think, like, usually these falls that we had today, they just have a big impact on people, man, psychologically. Yeah. And you're going to see how this happened here, where after this massive fall, we had a little bit of a run, but no, man, people just were not convinced that anything was going to happen until like really around here, people start to get bullish again. So it's going to take a lot, honestly, to recover back up to 39, like if we want to see 4,000 ETH again, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a lot, and there's probably going to be some more of this and that, like in a bunch of shenanigans. But bullish, no, it's hard to be bullish right now on what's happening.
Over the course, you look at it, and it's always going on.
What?
It's always when you look at it over time or whatever, it's always going on an angle. Even like with Bitcoin, you zoom out far enough, and it's gone up. Obviously, it's gone down since it was at its height or whatever. But it's long enough, and if you watch the trends and know just kind of like how to get out before it dips, but at the same time, you hold something long enough, it'll get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of people that are in the space that haven't been in the space previously is enormous, right? So you got that many different unique people using ETH and almost using it as its own currency rather than affiliating it with USD or,
Yeah, hodl and average in. Like, if you want to know what to do, like on a day like today, I would totally average in on a day like today. Yeah. But I wouldn't go all in today. This is not, I don't believe we've hit bottom. So I would average in case we're surprised. Something bullish happens tomorrow. And if it goes down another 20, 30%, I'd average in again. That's kind of the way I've always approached these markets.
Now, have you seen the NFTs move in accordance to what it is in relation to the USD?
It was, you know what? So when we had that massive fall in May, not long after a serious bull run started in the NFT space. Not long at all. At the time when it was falling, what I noticed, just like today, is that people don't necessarily panic dump their NFTs to panic dump ETH. Right. So it's almost like the floors stay pretty steady on the NFTs. Like I was watching the apes all day. Obviously, they're blue chip. They're a good indicator of what the market's going to do. And they pretty much hung out at 40 ETH, right? There was one that went down and it got bought below 40. And
what about crypto cats? No, gutter cats.
I didn't see them today. I didn't see them. But if they're somewhere around 5 ETH, then I would say they haven't been panic sold. I don't know if any of you guys have looked at it today.
I thought they were 3.5 ETH last. I'm so far out of it. Okay.
No. Dude, we Gutter Cats haven't been at 3.5 ETH in a while.
I haven't looked at anything in a while, so yeah.
But anyway, so I did notice that, okay, people held their NFTs. They didn't panic. The volume didn't go crazy on OpenSea, selling-wise. It's like people are just waiting to see what happened. And then, dude, you guys all know what happened over the last 3 months. I mean, for many people that were in NFTs, it's been completely life-changing, especially if you were in the May time frame. Now, what was crazy is that when ETH started to pump really hard to 4,000, then you did start to see some panic selling of the NFTs. That was clear. I don't know why. I don't know why ETH going up, and it was correlated, so I can't say it wasn't. I don't know why that is what caused like sort of the apes to come down and the punks and everything else to come down when ETH went bananas up to 4K. Yeah. So now that ETH's tanking, I don't know, man.
Well, they said that was a good time to like take profits, right? As far as when the apes were, I mean, not the apes, but when Ethereum was hitting that 4K mark, a lot of people were profit taking at that point.
Yeah, I took a lot for the first time in my life because I needed to be set up to, with the decision I made, I needed to be set up that if today happened, which crazy that it did, that I wasn't going to be completely illiquid, right? Like,
right.
So, but we'll see, man.
The problem is if it hits a certain point and, you have that cash and you're like, well, I took it out here, so I can buy back in right here.
Dude, this is what I'm battling today. Because I took out a lot to not put back in, to actually live off of it for years.
You're like, wait a minute.
And now I'm like, oh my God. I literally sold the top on like what is like a good amount for me.
Yeah.
But I can't be responsible because I still got to live. Now everything's changed. Now I got to live off of this ETH eventually, right? So, right. All right, guys, we got one more Zed run, and then I'm gonna call it a night.
Yeah, I'll say one thing. Whoever wins these Zed horses, I'm gonna do it in the morning, man. I'm going to bed for this.
I know, you're sick, bro.
No, I just have the biggest. Yeah, I had to stay up at least for this. Now that gas has gone lower, hopefully people buy these things up. As I just said on the Discord, I'm going to leave them open for a week. If they don't sell, I'm going to burn the rest. And whoever owns them, I'm going to give you everybody's going to get a Root coins from this. So,
what's your numbers looking like? Are you able to see?
It's not many. It's not the best. When we started, it was like oh my God, I'm so out of it. When we started, the GWEI was at 244. Now it's finally under 100, and hopefully the Australian market wakes up and buys some of these things up.
That's true. Very true.
Yeah, but we still have long-term plans for these, regardless of what happens tonight.
Did you talk about the giveaways that you're doing with, as far as the NFTs for certain?
I did not. I've been out of it, man. It sucks that I had to get sick right now. Like, it really sucks. I'll talk about that stuff on the Discord tomorrow, and I'll do it on Twitter as well. I'm just not feeling the best right now.
Yeah, dude, you look like shit. You go to bed. All right, let's give away the one more.
I tried my best, man. I made it till 9:45, man.
You did. So what do we want to do with the last horse? You said that you wanted to give it to someone that has a Roo.
Yeah. So basically, what's going to happen is, if you don't have a Roo, when I send you the horse, I will see if you have a Roo or not. If you don't, so just pick a winner, and then just pick like 5. Pick 5, but if the top person has a Roo, they get it, and I'll go down the line and look for whoever has a Roo up through 5. That's what I always do with the random generator. I always say when I do Twitter and I have like 3 conditions, and the top person doesn't meet all 3, I'll just go to the next person and the next person.
Okay, here's how we're gonna do it then. The first person, okay, pay attention, guys. The first person to DM me, I'll DM me because NFT got sick. Let me take care of this. You guys DM me tonight, tomorrow. You guys choose how long you want to wait. But the first person that shows up in my DMs that sends me their address and I look and it has a Roo in it, you're getting the last Philly Z-Run horse.
It's a Finny.
Not Philly. Finny. You're getting the last Finny Z-Run horse. So you send me your address. I confirm you've got the Roo, and we send you the horse to that same address.
Yep, it'll go back. Yep.
Hey, does the Finny happen to be a Philly too, though?
I'll look real quick. It probably
might be, right?
It probably is. Let me see. Yeah, you can keep talking. I'll find it in 1 second.
But I think that's a very fair way to do it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if they don't have it, they don't have it.
Yep. Yes, on Twitter, please. On Twitter, if it's really the best way to DM me or Discord. I mean, that's okay too. You can hit me up on Discord if you don't have Twitter. But like I always say, guys, don't buy an NFT if you're not willing to grind it out on Twitter and Discord. It's the first thing I say to all my friends when they say, I want to buy an NFT. I say, create a Twitter account or I'm not talking to you. Create a Discord account, I'm not talking to you.
Oh, really? You say that?
Yeah, look, there's too much information. NFTs, when you buy an NFT, it's about information.
Oh, it's a male. It's a Finny Colt Z24 exclusive Airy Lied Yellow. Here, I'll show it on the screen.
Did you get my DM Crypto Poppy with my address?
Yeah.
I just saw a bunch of Roos minted, so we'll see.
Here. Here it is. Let me show it right here. There it is.
Do a cat next time, Jay.
You see it right there?
We'll do the cat instead of the kangaroo.
That's the horse that you're going to win. That's the last one.
Well, hey, Gonzo already won one, but I didn't stipulate that you can't win a second. And this one, the particular requirements are you got to own a Roo and you got to be the first one to message me, and you will be rewarded with a horse.
Yeah, if he gets it, he gets it, man.
You want to reward someone that got a Roo, so
for sure
you're gonna get it. And if you feel like giving your other horse away, don't worry, then we'll give it away. We can always give stuff away.
If you got a female and a male, right? He can breed them.
Then breed them together.
3. Yeah.
Well, exactly. you need a female. You need a male Genesis Finny to make more exclusive Finnies.
Yeah, if he cares.
Or no, because this Finny that I'm giving away won't make the exclusives. It just won't.
All right, guys.
It gets complicated, man.
Get some rest, brother.
I'm going to bed.
Absolute pleasure to meet you, man. Always amazing to get insights from the artist himself. I can tell you're so freaking passionate about your work, and I cannot wait to see what else you come up with and how this storyline of the RooCrew and how the project develops over the time. Benjamin, it's always a pleasure to have you here, my man, with all of the great questions. And Benjamin, if you don't follow him on Twitter at Benjamin Brand, this dude has his ear to the ground on everything. He just knows what's happening with everything.
He does. He does.
All right. So thanks for coming by, guys. Hope
Yeah.
you enjoyed the show. Check
Thanks
it
for
out now.
having me.
Peace.
Peace,
good
man.
Guys, have a good
Good
one.
night. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Is it off?